Hi, everyone, and welcome to the 69th episode of Dragon Quest Slime Time, a Dragon's Den podcast. This is Platty 69.
And this is Liam Land. You know, Platty, it's been a while since we've co-hosted an episode together, but somehow it doesn't seem long enough for you to have gone through 66 generations from Platty 3.
Well, you know, it has felt like it's been a while. You are right. I mean, I'm Platty 69 tonight, though, for our very special loving, giving, receiving episode number 69.
Oh, God. Are we really going through with this?
Man, it's all about give and take, Liam. All about give and take.
All right. I'm about to give up on this episode and take myself out of this intro right about now.
Oh, no. Don't worry about that. We need to kind of cut this intro short as we've got an entire congregation of DQ STEU hosts here on the podcast tonight. I want to read our rules and get right into our Merry Thwack Puff Puff BFF game that we're going to play tonight.
That's right. You might remember about a year and a half ago, we had Mike Solosi and Alana Hayes on our podcast from RPG Fans Retro Encounter. We're big fans of their show and these RPG drafts they do, and we wanted to get a bunch of us together to do something similar.
That's right. We're going to do kind of like a fantasy NFL draft tonight. Of Dragon Quest icons, though, either party members, heroes, monsters, or NPCs. Basically, if they're in a DQ game, they're fair game for our hosts to draft. But we're not making up a fantasy DQ party or, you know, a household or anything. Man, we're playing by a very specific draft format.
Yep, and since it's episode 69 and our middle school aged minds are permanently stuck in the gutter, we're going to do this draft Marry Thwack Puff Puff style, with a couple of platonic BFFs thrown in for good measure and episode length.
That's right, length is important. And tonight we're going to do an 8-round fantasy Dragon Quest draft. Each of us is going to pick 2 Dragon Quest icons to marry, 2 to thwack, 2 to give or take a puff puff from, and 2 to just chill out BFF style with us. You know, like Dragon Quest 11, hang out with, be roommates with.
Yep, and it's important to note that once a character or monster is selected, they're off the board from any other member to draft. So if Platty marries Maribel, then no one else can be her BFF or thwacker.
Oh, shit, man. If I marry Maribel, you better just thwack me.
I like what this is going to do because it's going to create a lot of interesting spite thwacking. So it's going to get kind of personal. People might not be friends after this. So everyone, I hope you're strategically set up with your draft boards for easily getting who you want and ideally who are you screwing everyone else with.
Or just who are you screwing? Thank you for wording it that way. Any questions? We've got a Blue Star here tonight.
Hi, yes. Does Mario count as a Dragon Quest, as a character from a Dragon Quest game?
Oh. God damn, I would thwack him round 1.
I would thwack Chris, what's his name?
Pratt.
Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
Chris Patio.
He did not voice him in Fortune Street, so I don't know.
Yes, thanks for that.
That's a little two-side.
You know,
I'll have to be honest. I think Mario's got to count. He's in a Dragon Quest game. So we'll give you that one. Evan, any questions from you?
I will just say that you referred to us as a congregation, but there's nothing holy that's going to be going on tonight.
Well, I mean, I won't go even deeper with the whole reference. But Ost, do you have any questions for us tonight?
Yeah, where am I?
Deep enough, Platty.
Where am I again? What are we doing?
Yep. Okay. We'll be back to you in 7 picks. Yangus. Or wait, with 5 picks. Yangus, any questions?
No, but I'm ready to thrust on in with my big Mara energy. So let's get going.
Yes. Man, you have been marring up a storm this week.
I know. Just
what happens when you don't got to go to work?
Yeah. I just hope that I don't get cold again and start shrinking back up. You know. Just.
I mean, there was an ice storm that went through a great swath of the United States this week.
You know, surprisingly, like jokes aside, real quick, that actually surprisingly didn't hit our area, and I was really shocked about that. I know a lot of people have been hit by that.
Didn't get the negative 110 wind chill factor New Hampshire did?
No, we had that back in December, though. So, I mean, we got like the first hand, but yeah.
Same deal for us. Everybody's like, oh, we're in the negatives. And I'm like, it is a comfortable 10 degrees, and I am okay with that.
Yep. But yeah,
And
I'm good to go then. I'll figure it out as I go. So.
And here, Florida Platty got a little bit of. I can look at my arms and say I caught a little bit of sun today. So, all right. So I went. Oh, go ahead, Liam.
I was gonna say that's about as low key an introduction as we can manage with that. Let's begin round one.
Yeah, so we're going to start off. I put our Discord usernames in there, or our Den usernames. And before the show, we asked Blue for a number between 1 and 3 because, Evan with his EAL handle only had 3 letters. And Blue picked 2. So we're going to go alphabetically by our handle. So it's going to be Evan, then Yangus, Liam, me, Blue Star, and then Ost, and it's going to be a snake draft. So Ost, when it comes to your turn, you get to pick twice in a row.
Platty, just real quick.
Yeah.
Do you want to screen share for the YouTube version? Screen share the draft.
You know what? Why don't I can just screenshot it at the end.
Okay. All right. I just been as we go along.
I was going to say I was going to say I don't know the cropping and the whatever.
All right. Close enough.
But
I will say, you asked me to pick a number between 1 and 3, and technically 1 and 3 are not between 1 and 3.
Yeah.
So you really kind of stiffed me on the options there.
Well,
about that though. I'm the one making the stiff jokes around here. Back up.
It's all Evan's fault. I'm just gonna blame him for everything.
Yeah, I mean, we could have gone.
Shit show.
I could have gone with Liam Land, and then we could have, all of us would have had like 6, 7, 8, 10 letters. But oh well. Evan ruined it. So Evan, you are the first pick in all of DQdom. You got to tell me when you're picking. Are you marrying, thwacking, puffing, or BFFing with somebody, and then who they are, and tell us a little bit about why you picked that person. So we'll start round 1. Pick one. Evan, who are you picking?
Well, I figured this is going to be a popular pick, so I'm going to start right off the bat with I'm going to thwack Maribel. If you
Let me update my draft sheet.
I kind of knew that was coming.
If you want to know why, I will point you to the 26 or 27 page Dragon's Den discussion on the reasons why you should thwack Maribel.
It's crazy that topic is still going strong all these years later.
If the Luchador is listening to this right now, he just slammed his computer on the ground and stomped on it.
If Luchador was listening, he is no longer listening. So basically, all right. So yeah, Maribel. Thank God. Now I don't have to use one of my picks to whack her. So there was never a. She was number 1 on my thwack list. By the way, I've got a good
mine too.
7 to 10 people on all my lists here.
She's the Tom Brady of draft this year.
First overall pick in the DQ draft is killing somebody. But you know what? That's what Dragon Quest is all about. Killing people. Killing monsters. Killing those bad guys.
Killing the monsters, I feel like, is a little different.
It's all about family.
People.
This ain't no Pokemon fainting. This is killing. Cold-blooded murder.
To quote Carrie Fisher from one of those Star Wars things she had to do, Dragon Quest, it's about family and togetherness. That's all it is.
Listen, we'll have a great time at the funeral.
Yes.
Because she won't be there.
Yes. Yeah. Everyone will be singing Ding Dong, the Witch is Dead. Be great.
Yeah. It will be. It will be. Oh, man, now I'm going to get Wicked songs in my head all night. Thanks, Angus. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. That and picking second in our draft. Angus, who are you going to pick, and what are you doing to him?
Oh, we're not going like the Mary. Okay, so we're not going with like thwack first. And
oh no, you can pick. You can go any way you want. That allows.
Okay,
allows for most. If you want to thwack someone before they get to the Mary area, go right ahead and lock people out, make enemies.
All right. Well, then I guess I'll go ahead and start with the person who I'd BFF or best friend or whatever. Obviously, it's going to be Yangus, after my namesake. I know it's a shocker, I know.
What?
But yeah, no, I'm just going to go with that one.
I will tell you,
I saved my boy.
Yep. That you know what? What's funny is that was the #1 BFF list I had. I knew I'd never get to, but and I wasn't gonna go that rude right off the bat. But why did you all your years ago make the your username Yankus, the Legendary Bandit? What did it for you with him?
Well, I mean, Dragon Quest VIII wasn't the first one that I played from the series. I've talked about that in the past, but I don't know. There was just something about when I played Dragon Quest VIII. Like, I've always kind of liked characters who are sort of the rough kind of character, they got, but there's more to them than meets the eye. I've always kind of liked that character archetype. And I don't know. He was just a character, like, when I first played Dragon Quest VIII, that it was someone like his design immediately caught my attention just because it's so different from some of Toriyama's other designs. Like, the only other time we've seen kind of a character that looks like him is that one character from, what's that Able anime? What's that character's name? Liam, you probably know. It's
Moko Moko or Moko.
Yeah, like the big bandit looking guy. And I just really liked his character and how his story played out with the Gov, as he calls him, the hero of Dragon Quest VIII. And I always liked how, throughout the entire game, he was always, your companion, from the very start to the very end. He never left your party, or there was never any doubt he was going to leave. And I just find him to be, a really good character all around, just both in combat and in, his story and interactions. He's just a fun and entertaining character in many different ways. So when it came time to join the Den, I was trying to think of, I'll just pick a character and name myself after that. And one of the first characters I thought of was Yangus, because again, I liked his design a lot. I just liked him out. And I'm like, you know what? I feel like he's someone that kind of could represent me a bit, for this series. So that's why I went with him.
There you go.
I want to record a podcast with you on it, and then have Ricky Grover be the surprise guest, and you just show up. You had no idea.
I have to say, I just because we're talking about Yangus too, I think it was Ost who's on here tonight with us as well. He had made a comment where it's you sound like what I imagine American Yangus would sound like. So exactly. I was kind of touched by that. So I thought it was a nice little comment, because it's that's nice. But yeah, no, Yangus is going for first pick BFF, and I'm glad I was able to save him before any of you did something evil to him or something else.
Yeah, that's my first pick is going to be like that too. So
I was going to say, we have reached yours, and I could probably take bets on this one.
Yeah, really? Okay.
All
right, I'm going to say Elena from Dragon Quest IV. I'm going to marry.
Okay. Wow. No, that was man. That was not. That was a right turn.
All right. There we go. Good job.
I'm going with it's February. It's Valentine's Day, so I'm going to go with the romantic first pick.
Aw.
Oh, there you go.
I thought you would have been Flora all the way there.
Definitely. Are you talking about Florette?
No, he's talking from Nira from Dragon Quest.
Flora.
Yeah, Nira.
Yeah,
sorry.
Flora.
Okay.
I'm still in the fan translation part of my life.
Gotcha.
So why Alina?
Just really strong, and it's one of my favorite characters. For her strength and what she adds to the party, basically. And I got used to the voice from Dragon Quest Heroes. At first, I was like nails on a chalkboard, but then came to appreciate it.
All right.
Yeah, I think that's kind of how I felt about the voice as well. I remember at the beginning being like, that's what they went with, but playing through the games, they're like, yeah, that's kind of perfect. So
yeah. Platty, who do you have?
All right, I'm gonna kind of go right along the same lines as you. I'm gonna marry Florette.
I'm not gonna take her off my puff list.
See the and kind of the same as you. I was listening to voice clips of her on YouTube today, and I was like, oh shit, man, do I really? Can I live with that my whole life? And by minute 2 or 3, I was like, oh okay, this is fine. Yeah, this is not. It was grating there for a while, and I don't know who they got to do the voice actress, but I don't think that was a true representation of a French accent perfectly. It's more like a caricature of a French accent.
See, I feel the opposite. I love the accent.
Oh, yeah, that was I remember liking it before.
Do it like
but no,
you mean it.
I don't think outside of our episode where I had like 10 voice clips from her running together with King Zenith years ago. I don't think I'd really like sat down and listened to that voice in probably a decade since I played it on the Wii. So
You didn't
like
like
when I
when she
turned
went. You didn't like when she went. We played. We my hero.
apparently I did, man. I could live a lifetime with that. So yes, well, while she was a strong candidate for the Puff Puff, I was like, after listening, a few minutes today, and I was making my list, I'm like, no, I'm gonna move that over to Mary because I think she's probably on everybody's Puff Puff. Also, I like her design a whole bunch. Looks like a young Avril Lavigne.
Yeah, she kind of has that, and maybe someone else could confirm it. Like almost that gothic Lolita thing that Japan likes.
Yeah, like maid culture.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So she can clean my house all day. But I'll leave it at that. And Blue Star, we're up to you. Who's your first round pick?
So I might regret this, but I also might not. We're gonna go right off the bat and save someone from potentially getting all of us in trouble. So I am going to BFF Veronica.
Interesting. I had Veronica on my list for BFF too, and I was going to also justify it not just from her story, but because the voice actor is not doing well right now, health wise. So I just wanted to give extra BFF props for the character and Lauren Cohen. Lauren, I should. It should have
prepped that one better.
I should have prepped that one. Yeah.
That's all right.
Lauren Coe. Lauren Coe.
Yeah.
That's all right. I think we all get what you're saying, though.
So, Blue, why Veronica?
She's my favorite character in Dragon Quest XI.
Mm-hmm.
I love how she takes no shit from anybody, and even though she's kind of been through a lot, but she does not let that slow her down or anything, and she's always looking out for everybody else. And there's the whole thing in Act 2 that ripped my heart out.
Yeah, that was definitely a shock that they actually did that.
Yeah.
We won't. I guess we shouldn't say just for the sake of spoilers. If anybody listening has,
I was going to say at this point we're talking about everybody in the series. Maybe we should put a little spoiler warning at the beginning. I will on the recording, but we can spoil the hell out of stuff. I mean, because why not go through it all?
Fair enough.
All right. Well, I definitely approve of Blue Star's pick, and again, she was one of mine. And my apologies to Lauren Coe for stumbling there.
All right. Well, that brings us to Ost, who has done the most preparation of anybody on this podcast.
Yeah. So my first pick, this didn't require any thought, is to marry Bianca.
Whoa! Never saw that coming.
I know, it's a shocker, right?
Right out of left field, or is that center field? Or the pitch right down the middle?
Is it Nero or is it Flora? Or Flora? That's what I meant. Damn it.
Yeah,
so all right,
best
so
girl.
Mm-hmm.
Best girl.
So just genuine question for you then, since you picked Bianca for that. When you replay Dragon Quest 5, do you ever marry any of the other girls just to see what happens, or do you always just go with Bianca?
I always plan to, and then the game does this really weird thing where it starts guilt tripping me.
That's a mood. I've definitely been there.
No, I just genuinely curious if you've ever done the other ones.
Yeah, I have married Deborah before, just because she seemed to have the most character development. But Bianca is the only choice, in my opinion.
Okay.
All right. Well, you get to pick again because we're doing a snake draft here. So round 2 will start with you, Ost, and end with Evan, who will then pick at the top of round 3 as well. So Oz, who do you want to get in round 2?
Okay, then I would like to receive a puff puff from Deborah.
Woo!
Speaking of Deborah.
The first
so
puff
you like
puff
her
of the
for her
day.
character development.
Yeah.
I see.
I love that backstory.
All right. So, I mean, I think it's kind of self-evident why. But all right. Okay. I don't know what else. I'm like, woo. So, why not use your other Mary on her, Ost?
Look at me.
Because I
sorry.
wouldn't. I don't know. I don't want to marry her. I don't think anyway.
So you're one and done, is what you're telling us. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. One. Well, I mean, that's the whole puff puff.
She's kind of.
This is true.
You just wanted her to call you names like one time and then move on.
See how it goes, but not commit to that.
She's ripping into you as she's giving the puff puff.
So kind of like, you know,
Oh my god.
kind of like you have that one playthrough where you go through and you marry her, and then you're like, okay, I've experienced it now. I never have to do that again.
Yeah.
All right. So that's good. That's good. I understand that. All right. Blue Star.
All
I
right.
think after you got Veronica out of the way, because that wasn't where I was thinking you were going. I think we maybe all know the next one.
Yeah, you know where I'm going. So I'm gonna use up my other BFF early, and I'm gonna use it on Medea.
Okay.
What?
There.
Oh my god, I can't believe that.
There was a very small opening for someone to steal her from me, but nobody took it. So.
I mean, I
Is
don't
that
think
Horse Medea?
I
or
was going to say, is
Princess
Horse Medea still in play?
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
Oh
I
God!
created a
You
new
know what? I
character.
don't want to go with the implications of that one, so maybe not.
You know, we've created a new character to fit this bill. It's Centaur Medea. So, the best of both worlds.
Oh my god.
mid transformation.
Just let me have my friend and be done with it.
No.
I think I've read that fanfic.
Oh man! Oh, I'm sure there's more than one out there, and I wouldn't doubt former guests of Slime Time have been ones writing it. Don't really have someone specific in mind, but we've got people out there that probably have done that.
There's been enough of us.
There's been we're at episode 69, man. There's a lot of guests, and there's a lot of side quest guests and such. But all right, so it's back to me now. I got engaged in a side conversation, and all right, I got my first Mary candidate. I got plenty more there. Oh man, I got some good ones. So I went with Mary Florette because the maid outfit. I was like, yeah, she can clean it. So I've had. I think I mentioned this on the Dragon Quest Treasures podcast. I had a certain statue in my on one of the pedestals the entire time I played Dragon Quest Treasures, just for the joke that I loved people polishing my ball sack. I'd love to come back and be like, somebody secretly polished your ball sack while you were gone. And
I had to step away to unlock the door. What are we talking about?
So you know what? If
Oh
there's
my
someone out there in DQ land that really knows how to handle a ball sack, and somebody pretty damn hot, and I don't just mean turning into a dragon hot, I'm gonna go with Puffing Maya from Dragon Quest IV. She's a little too financially irresponsible to be bride candidate. She's got that gambling addiction and everything, and I can't give up all the mini medals and gold that fast. So I'm gonna just go with the Puff. And I was watching a Dragon Quest, best characters in Dragon Quest, and YouTube video today, and I didn't even recognize the person. It's not someone that we, at least I don't. What do I know about YouTube anyway? So maybe it was somebody in more of the DQ sphere, but like the first line, because I think Maya was maybe definitely in the top 10, and he's like, so Maya spends most of the game naked, and really, what else is there to say about that? We're mostly naked. He's like, she's naked for most of the game.
You know,
Wait. Where is she not naked?
Well, that's
in Dragon Quest Treasure, she now has her biker shorts.
Hey, spandex are comfortable, so
She looks so awkward
They
with
hug
those
you
now.
so well.
Because they're so standoffish. It's like how they've changed some of the female like warriors to have like black Under Armour or like black undershirts and stuff. It just sticks out like a sore thumb. It doesn't look very good design wise.
Didn't Alina get that too?
In
one of the,
I know in
Heroes
one of the
or
Heroes,
something?
I think it was Heroes she did, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like you can do something like that if you need to, but you need to find something that looks like a little better color or something. I don't know.
actually, I'm pretty sure Elena's normal costume
Well, yeah, normal
has
one she
black
does.
leggings,
Yeah,
but they took them off for Dragon Quest Heroes 1.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, reverse censorship.
Yeah, it's
you
weird, but
you couldn't see the air quotes that I did with that.
No,
I
we
tried to
cannot.
do them with my voice.
I felt them.
All right, my next pick is I'm gonna puff Jessica because why not?
Going for all the easy ones so far.
I was gonna say
get
that
the
is
easy ones out of the way.
I pretty much most of other than Osts actually and Blue Stars, the other four of us, I think every single one of these people has been on my list. My list is rapidly decreasing.
Same people I do.
That's okay. You know, your two people are not the most sexual people in Dragon Quest, so you know, it does beg to skew a little differently.
We're still drafting the quarterbacks. We haven't reached the kickers yet.
Well, I mean, you got a kicker right off the bat. You kicked her right out of life.
Yep.
Who's gonna be the first spite thwacking?
I just imagine when Eel was making that list too, or made that pick, he was doing that Homer Simpson thing where he's like, "All right, you're out. Yep, Greg, you're out."
I wrote like
episode.
I wrote like one sentence for each character, like a reason why. I didn't write one for Maribel. I just couldn't make it.
Freestyle
I was like,
that one.
I was like, this person because of this reason, and this person because of that reason, and then just Maribel.
If you know, you know.
For 5 hours, Eel's looking at the picture like, "What am I gonna write for this one?" Man, fuck it.
Well, that's how long it took to read through the topic on the dead. 5 hours.
That implies I even look at a picture of Maribel.
Oh, I know. You see. I've joked with Eel every now and then. It's like, no, you got that secret love. We know. It's okay.
Well,
you don't have to be afraid of it.
She's the
official right here,
man.
It's okay. It'll be all right.
I think I may know where I want to go with my first spite thwack then. All right, Yangus. This might have made up my mind. Yangus, you are round 2.
Yeah, let me pull my little list up here. Well, you know, I think I gotta go for Mary. I gotta go with the man, the myth, the legend himself, Prince Charmels, aka the best Dragon Quest character.
Excuse you?
Yeah, I know. Sorry, I should have spoken up a little louder.
Are you
What I
drunk?
said was I picked Prince Charmels for Mary. You know, he's rich. You know, he can go off, do his own thing. He'll yell at me and stuff, but hey, you know what? I get the power and I get the money and I get to live in a castle. So hey, you know what? If I want to get him away from me, I'll just throw lizards at him and then I'll make him run off. See, I got it all planned out. And then King Argon, or oh god, what the hell is his name? Is it Argon?
Flavius.
Flavius, thank you. I don't fucking remember.
You don't
these names.
even know your own future father-in-law's name.
No, fuck no. No, but no, I'd go with. Clavius would like me so much more. He'd be like, "Cast out the boy," and then Prince Charmels would be gone, and I'd become the new prince. All hail the king! I got a whole plan here.
You've got the whole line of succession down.
Yep, I got it all figured out, man.
This
So
is
when
why he
you're-
doesn't need to know.
So
Yeah.
when we were
ahead.
planning this, I had actually asked the chat, "Hey, so for Puff Puff, can we assign someone a Puff Puff?" And one of my picks, if that was an option, was going to be Prince Charmels, because I was hoping maybe after a little post Puff clarity, he would chill out a bit.
Who are you going to assign to Puff Prince Charmels?
I mean, he's a prince. I'm sure he's got, plenty of servants who,
Yep.
will answer the call of duty. I don't know.
Oh, okay. So, okay. So you meant like someone in the Dragon Quest universe, not one of the people on this call.
Correct.
Oh, see, Blue, I completely was on what you were thinking. When
Yeah,
Evan
I
was
thought he was
asking
gonna have
that in the chat, I was like, we don't need to be like, hey, I pick Queen Slime to go Puff
No.
Puff Blue Star over there.
Yeah, that's why I was calling him out on that too, because I'm like, no, we're not doing that. No, what?
Can't
But,
believe
no,
you
let's
guys
not-
think so low of me. No. Would have been like
Well.
some random bunny girl or something. I don't know.
Hey, stop
Yeah.
giving away future picks.
I see where I stand. I see how it is.
It's
So
rough.
Yangus, just one last time to clarify, because I got it on the screen here that none of you all can edit. You are marrying Charmels.
Yep.
Got it. Cool. All right. Well, Evan, we're back up to you, and you get to
All
do
right.
the last pick of round 2 and the first pick of round 3. So,
All right. So for my Mary, I picked Millie. I want to marry Millie. I chose her because she's like I hated Dragon Quest VI, but she was like the one thing I liked about it. She's actually probably one of my favorite Dragon Quest characters. She's kind of like one of the characters that people don't really talk about. You're not going to see her in a Dragon Quest Heroes game, but I really like how she's sort of like the group mom. She's like very calm and dependable, where everyone else is kind of a personality or lack thereof. Evan. And
Bless you.
thank you. But also, if you like take the time to read like her party chat, she's like actually kind of fun and charming in like a silly kind of way. So I find that she's a pretty good like all around character that you wouldn't kind of if you were just going into the game and playing it, you might not notice kind of the dimensions to her character.
what are her dimensions, by the way?
Well, that's why I didn't pick her for Puff Puff.
Oh, okay.
Excuse you, if you know anything about her backstory, you know that she was one of the most beautiful dancers for the shitbag king of Felonia. So
you're saying
I don't
the
care
dimensions
about
are
her
just
past.
fine?
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm marrying her. I don't care
Got
about her past. It's all about the future.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That brings a tear to my eye. Okay.
Such a sweet, tender moment.
I know. Like, I
be
mean,
romantic, Evan.
And who knew? And what better way to wipe up those tears than with tonight's episode sponsor, Kleenex?
help you wipe up the blood from the Charmels family. It'll take a lot of Kleenex for that one, though. And then, I mean, all the Puff Puffs are going to need Kleenex too. So, okay, that was great sponsor, Yangus.
You're welcome. I got it in with the Kleenex crew. It's all good.
Well, I will have to say, with my Dragon Quest VI, I'm right there with you, Evan. Like, meh, Millie wasn't even on my radar, but good pick for you. And now that I know that she was the most beautiful one in the dancers. All right. So, Evan, you get to start off round 3 as well.
All right. So speaking of blood, my next one is gonna be a thwack. I'm gonna thwack Terry.
Oh my God, that was gonna be my next one.
Wow,
I got it
Platty
highlighted on my list.
Platty is
Terry.
running out of his choices here.
I'm out for blood today. Let me tell you.
Yes.
Although I
For me.
do find it kind of funny that I chose his sister to marry. I think about it.
Yeah, you didn't just kill him off so that he couldn't object to you marrying his sister?
Exactly.
Well, I mean, he could kill him off after he marries. He doesn't have to do it before. I mean,
It's not his-
speaking by
that might
somebody
look
planning
suspicious.
to kill off the rest of the family anyway.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
not
that looks
his-
well
suspicious
spoken,
if he did it
Yangus.
before. Yeah.
It's not his objections that I'm tired of hearing. It's Gus Slash. Gus Slash. Gus Slash. You asked for it. Lightning storm.
And see, I was just gonna thwack him because what a dick he is. Entire Dragon Quest VI.
Yeah.
I mean, even when he finally turns
Yeah.
around and joins your party, he's this weak ass bastard.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck, dude? You didn't join me this whole time, and
Yeah.
now you want to join, and you're a piece of shit like this? Screw you.
You know what? It's funny, Platty. You
To
talk
the wagon.
It's funny you talk about him being so weak. I found out apparently there's been a long-running meme in Japan about Terry, where it's like when fans consider like what are the worst things. Apparently Terry is one of the first ones because of how bad he was originally in 6, and he still hasn't gotten that much better.
And there's
Well,
a monster
definitely-
taming class in 6, and he's not automatically mastered for it when you
No,
get him.
well, I mean, to be fair, they probably came up with that spinoff afterwards. But in the remake, they didn't go like, "Hey, look, he's got that mastered," because he was a previous spinoff game star, whatever.
They definitely made up for it with Heroes because he's pretty much required if you want to beat any of the harder end game like bosses.
Oh yeah, he's fucking broken.
Sorrow.
Yeah.
If you want to unlock
Mhm.
Sorrow, you got to learn how to play Terry.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I gotta say, like, so I've talked about this before. My first Dragon Quest experience was Dragon Warrior Monsters, and I just thought Terry had a cool design and stuff. So when it finally came around, when I found out what game he was from and that we were getting the game in here in the States, it was like, oh, that's awesome. Now I can see the game that Terry's from. What a massive bastard he is. Such
Yeah.
a jerk.
People just don't really like people who are super arrogant, and I think he rubs a lot of people the wrong way because of that.
To be fair, though,
He's not going
I
to be
do-
rubbing anybody now that he's thwacked. Sorry, Blue. Go ahead.
to be fair, though, I do understand where he's coming from because it's the same kind of thing. Like, he and Millie had a rough childhood, man. And honestly, that could probably mess up anyone pretty bad. So, like, I'm not saying he was justified in his dickery, but I'm just saying I understand. And you see him start to get better after he does join the party.
Who's to say that's not an act, though? Mhm.
You really think?
I mean, he could just be using you for his advantage to get stronger. It's one of those things. It's one of those things I've read where it's like, he could be either way, but I think that's all up to audience interpretation. So I don't know. I just wish he kind of cool. I mean, I'm glad he kind of cools off being an asshole after he joins you, but at the same time, it's like, I wonder if he really means it or not.
Interesting. All right. Well, who's going to mean something next? I have absolutely no fucking clue which way this is going anymore. After Yangus said something in our chat earlier this week about like, oh, he's got a theme going or whatever. I'm like, yeah, wait till we screw that up. And he's like, yeah, I really don't think you're going to pick any of these people to screw this up. So
I got a couple dark horses for my choices.
All right. So I think we've all stayed away from next. But the fact that you thwack Terry, now I better get another thwack. I got to get a thwack in here. That's pretty good. But I got a couple more people before me. Yangus, what are you going to do, and who are you going to do it to?
Sorry, let me pull my list up again. I'm going to go. I think I'm going to go with my. I'm just going to go right down my list here. I'm going to go with Mary Torneco Talon.
Ah.
Because our main reason being, again, he's got the money, he's got the shop, he wants to travel all over. Hey, I'll travel with you. We'll go off and explore. And you know what? If it ends up being a polygamy marriage where we also are still married to his wife, all right, fine, whatever. We'll deal with it.
She's gonna fund that.
I was gonna say you're gonna break Tornico Talon up with Tessie. What a monster. But if she's allowed to stay, I guess you're less of a monster.
Hey, I said all my picks were going to be out of nowhere, so hey, you know what? I'm just sticking with my theme, yeah. But yeah, no, I would just go with that. And plus, like, joking aside, like Torneco was a character that I really liked a lot from Dragon Quest 4, because I like, we don't really see a whole lot of representation for, like, the merchant classes in the Dragon Quest games. Like, Dragon Quest 3, you have a merchant that's playable. Then Dragon Quest 4, you have Torneco, who's sort of a combination of a merchant and a gadabout type character. But it really wasn't until like Dragon Quest 11 where we had Rab, who at first I thought was going to be another merchant character, but he ended up being more of a sage. We haven't really seen that much. Rab is dressed like one, to be fair. But yeah, I just really like Torneco and his little story and everything. So I don't know. Just I love the big guy. So I want to go traveling with him. So there we go. You know what? If he goes off traveling, goes to get stuff, I'll watch the homestead, and then when he comes back, I'll go out traveling. We'll have a whole system here, so it'll all be a happy household.
I was hoping someone would pick him for Puff Puff.
I could see that too. Well, I mean, if you married someone, would you technically get a puff puff? Occasionally,
get
if you're
puff
really
puff
nice. If you're really
multiple
nice,
times.
Well, I mean, they
If
might be
you're
like,
really
"Oh,
nice
I'm
to
too
them."
tired."
Liam
tonight.
playing 4D chess over here.
I'm gonna use my first thwack.
Yes.
So I'm going to let's see, look at my thwack list. I'm gonna thwack Stella from Dragon Quest IX.
Aw.
She's super annoying. Every time I go to the battle records, she's there,
Kill her.
like
Kill
Snooky
her.
Snooky
Kill
with
her.
wings.
She was one that I spent a good minute looking at her after running through some lists and videos, and I'm like, I don't see her in any of my lists. So, but I kind of thought someone might do this.
I was gonna choose her for BFF because she seems like a fun person to party with.
And
Yeah.
she can do your nails.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, that's where Evan was going with it, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you don't want to see my nails. Oh.
Evan always is talking about his trips to the salon, so I mean,
Hey, I'm worth it, you know.
You got Stella. You don't need to go
you
to
have
no
that day
salon.
where you treat yourself.
Exactly.
Be like
So-
from
so-
Parks
Well,
and Rec.
Wait. No one can get their nails done anymore because she's dead.
Oh, rip.
So Liam, just the annoyance level was too high there. Oh, did Liam have to step away for a moment?
It sure
Yeah,
was.
sorry.
That's
Sorry,
all right.
kid
So the
related.
annoyance level for Stella was too high for you.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, I played thousands of hours of that. If you,
I was gonna
rack
say,
up all
you-
the multiplayer hours, and then so every time I had to go to the battle records and you hear that kind of the music just reminds me ups my anxiety level as I think of. Yes, thank you, Blue. Sounds like
Well, that saves me editing that in.
That wasn't the right key, but that's fine.
Yeah, it's close enough.
Close enough. That's it. All right. So, ooh, man, I think I need to go with my first spite thwack right here, and I'm gonna swing for the fences. I'm gonna go for the Dragon Quest VII hero. I'm gonna thwack Hobo Link.
You fucking bastard! Why would you kill my boy?
No.
I just, God, I could not get behind him. Kiefer, in that, as much as I love Seven, Kiefer's like my party leader until he's dead or dead and gone in the past, whatever. And then afterwards, I'm like,
just kill off Kiefer. Yeah, no, sorry, he's dead.
then I'm just gone for a while until I don't know. I love Ruff, and I do enjoy the people that come afterwards, but I feel like that game gets a little bit rudderless. But sailing pun. But I feel the game gets a little bit rudderless for me and my party makeup when it's just the hero and Maribel and then Ruff. I'm like,
Sounds rough.
it
So-
is rough.
Platty's basically telling us he just likes it rough. Yep.
Yeah, when it's that part of the game.
Yep.
When it's
He
that
just
part
likes
of
it
the
rough.
game, that's all I got to hang my head on.
What you want to do in your bedroom is your business, Platty, but you don't need to bring that in here. I mean, come on, man.
I mean, the game is called Mary
that
Thwack
is-
Puff Puff, so
That
Yeah,
is
but,
also
you know,
the game where
Sometimes
is the
there's a
game.
little too
All
much
four of you.
information you give us, so it's all about knowing when to tell us the info and when not to share it. So, yeah.
gotta know when to hold them, know when to fold them. All right, Kenny.
Are
it's
you
also
welcome?
the game where all four party members sleep in one bed when you go back to your house and
This
filter
is
bed.
true. That is the
That
game
is,
where this
yeah.
all originates from. Isn't it?
Yeah, that happens in 3 too.
Poor Hobo Link.
Poor Hobo Link. He's a goner. Like I'm just not a fan of the hat and the color scheme. And
7 does have the worst character designs of all the party.
Oh,
Maybe
fuck you.
6.
No, 6.
Oh,
I'd say
6
was
is-
a contender for that one. It's got some weird designs for it.
It's got
That
some
was
weird ones, but they're all entertaining.
I think that
Like
was
4.
what was
Nevin's
that
entertaining.
All right.
I can't let
most
that
are
one pass.
entertaining.
I forget.
I'll give
that
you
he
all the rest.
exists.
You're fine.
See? You just
There was-
pretend he doesn't exist.
I point to the exception, not the rule. Yeah.
Yeah, there was some interview I remember reading where like Toriyama was like, yeah, when it came to some of the games, I just made crazy designs. I didn't really care. So I think 6 was one of them. But yeah, no, it's fine. If you don't like Hobo Link, that's all good.
Maybe 6 was where the point where he realized, oh fuck, I'm in this for the long haul.
I think it might have been actually.
Like this is where we're turning like 10 plus years old. I can't get out.
Yeah. like all jokes aside, like I really do like Seven's hero design a lot. And I like that one a lot more than like I'm not really a big fan of Dragon Quest VIII's hero. Like that's the game where I usually will put Yangus at the front of the party because it's like I don't like the yellow jacket he's wearing because it just makes me think of April O'Neil from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So I got to go with a different color. But no,
Dragon Quest VIII hero is my favorite character design.
Oh, well, I thought it was cool though that they put him in Dragon Quest that they put him
Friends
in Smash. That they put him in Smash Brothers with Erdrick Solo and the hero from 11. That was pretty cool. But yeah, nope. 7's one of my favorites. But if you want to kill him, then I guess Hobo Link is now dead in the gutter.
Hobo, yeah.
Well, Blue, you have a chance to save the hero from Dragon Quest VIII.
I was going to go with one of my thwacks to bounce off of Platty. But now, because I'm scared for my boy's life, I'm going to marry the hero from 8. And Medea is my BFF, so, like, we can polygamy it up because they're made for each other.
Yeah, there we go.
I'm glad this word has become part of
polygamy it up.
Oh, my God.
Are you guys going to form a polycule? Is that what it is? A polycule?
Polycule. There's some strong bonds there. I don't know
I'm
if they're
gonna
chemical.
have to Urban Dictionary that later.
I'm on the internet too much.
We know.
So I was going to say, Blue, do you want to expand on this? Although I think you pretty much have talked about it right from the start, where this one's going.
Yeah. So. I mean, it's basically every episode I'm on ever. But it's my first game. Honestly, just has a really cool origin story. I know the silent protagonist is supposed to be like someone that you can project yourself onto, but I still see him as having a personality and a drive to do what's right and all of those good things that I really admire in a guy. Plus, he's adorable. So, yeah.
I guess if you like the empty, dead-eyed kind of people.
I don't know. He does have some pretty funny cutscenes. Like I love.
He does. He does have. I feel like he's got more expression than 11.
Yeah. His reaction to the bar fight.
Hero is
he's
way
got
too
so much expression.
Yeah, that was definitely one problem with Dragon Quest XI is that the hero was too straight faced all the time.
You have such an important emotional scene with
the hair.
You have such an important emotional scene between the hero of 11 and Jade, and he's just staring like a dope, not saying anything.
Yeah, well, I hate
pours her soul out to you.
Yeah, I hate the scene where you reunite with his mother in Cobblestone or in the last Bastion after events happen at the start of Act 2. And he just looks at her like she's like so teary-eyed and so happy to see him, and he just looks at her with just like dead eyes, just like, oh, what was that? Yeah, just like that. He just looks and just passes out. What the hell was that?
Ragdolls.
He just ragdoll falls over. Oh my god! I'd love to see somebody do an edit of Dragon Quest XI cutscenes where they ragdoll if they get hit or something. Oh god! But yeah.
God, maybe I should have. My thwack list just gained somebody. All right, Ost, you can finish off round 3 and start round 4.
Okay.
You got 2 picks.
Yeah, I'm gonna thwack Angelo. I don't know. He just
thwack.
He just doesn't. I don't like him.
You knocked out my next pick. I'm so mad.
He was gonna be your puff.
I was like, I better do this guy quick before someone kills him. Hey, no judge.
And
a lot of judgments in this episode of all episodes.
Wait. Evan, what were you going to do to Angelo?
I was going to pick him as a BFF because he'd make a great wingman.
Yeah.
I'm alone for Valentine's Day. It's just me and my.
Oh.
It's just me and my painted nails. I need someone to.
But Angelo
that's
is such
true.
the ladies' man. I think he might just steal anybody you're going after.
That's true.
Yeah, for real.
Poor Eel lost his he lost his actual wingman with Stella being killed off. So I mean,
Yeah. So
that is a literal wingman. Yeah.
Yep. I'm glad somebody picked up on that. Thank you.
Anymore because Stella's dead.
Wingman, she's trying to help you out. Wingman.
All right, so didn't like the Angelo character. What do you want to do for round 4?
Okay. I'm thinking I want Melvin / Sir Mervin as my BFF.
Yay, Sir Mervin.
Nice.
No,
I like that character.
No one else has a reaction to that. Yeah, it's a good choice. I agree with that one.
Yeah,
I couldn't.
It's not a controversial choice.
No.
It's a good choice.
I disagree. It's slightly controversial for me. I was like, who do I want to thwack from the DQ7 party, because I struggle with DQ7. I really do. And there's just so much time between losing Kiefer and getting Sir Mervin that by the time he shows up, I'm just like, where were you?
Yeah, I would agree that is one of Seven's faults, where they don't bring in another party character very quickly.
Yeah, then he's about
it'd be
8
nice
or
for the
9
job
classes
class
behind.
Yeah. But I guess on replays, since you kind of know that's happening, you kind of save that grinding for later once he joins. But
yeah.
It depends on how you play.
No, you can't save the grinding for later because it's just a hard game. You need to.
Is it? Is it hard?
I struggle with it.
Oh.
It can be if you try to plow through it without gaining abilities.
Fair enough.
You just got to know the right abilities, man. Sword dance my way through the PS1 version.
Yep.
And I didn't find the 3. Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't find the 3DS too hard at all.
Yeah,
that's also fair. But
that was my complaint with that one. It just felt, even when I played it in Japanese, it just felt too easy. Not that I need a game to be, not Dragon Quest game to be super difficult, but I'd like a little bit of resistance. Make it a little more interesting for the player. But
yeah, it's definitely a different beast from the PlayStation.
Yeah.
I mean, at the same time, too, if it was more difficult and took longer to get through, I would struggle even more.
Oh, you wouldn't like playing Dragon Quest 11 with the super strong monsters? Then I feel like that's the best way to play it.
Yangus, I beat Dragon Quest 11 with all of the Draconian quests on, except for no armor. So
see, I didn't know that. So why didn't you tell me that way?
Wow! Don't you look like you got egg on your face?
Yeah, apparently.
79-cent egg too. They're expensive.
Yep. Guess you know who the fake gamers are around here.
I would have done all of the Draconian quests, but I watched my brother do it on the original PS4 version, and he had a bad time. And I'm like, you know what? I think armor is really fun, so I'm going to keep it for that one. And I'm actually getting to the point where I'm like, do I want to play X11 Definitive Edition again? I kind of want to play 11 Definitive Edition again. And so my plan is to sneak in that last Draconian quest.
Ooh, full Draconian. All right, well, let's see what Draconian measures you might take, because you've got 5 rounds left and still 2 thwacks in your pocket, Blue Star.
Oh, good. So
You're
I can
up.
use the one that I wanted to use to last round. I'm going to thwack Kiefer.
Oh, no!
The bloodline has ended.
Gosh, he is
my
number
help.
1 on my
Ira
BFF
can't
list right
anymore.
He
I
ended
guess
the
that means
bloodline
Ira is.
before.
Yeah, Ira doesn't exist anymore. She's just gone now.
We're gonna have problems now, Blue Star, between us.
Shit, there goes my Puff Puff list too.
She was replaced
Sorry,
with
man.
Aisha.
She's fucking dead.
Really laying waste to the 7 party, aren't we?
Yeah, you guys are a bunch of assholes.
Hero, Kiefer.
That's it. The party's just down to rough.
So wait,
yeah, it is. Because Ira just got
we
wiped
have
from
thwack.
existence. She didn't even stand a chance.
Did you thwack him in 7 or in Caravan Heart when he's a child?
Oh yeah,
No,
you know we got that
I
distinction.
cracked him in 7. I have not played
Okay.
Caravan Heart.
Good. Count yourself lucky.
Yeah, you have a lot to look forward to.
But
Could
yeah,
say that game
no.
was rough.
Just the same thing of when it took way too long to get Melvin in my party in Dragon Quest VII, and by the time I got him, I was like, "Where were you?" To the point where he was like, "Do I want to thwack him?" I decided against it because it's technically not his fault, but it is Kiefer's fault.
Mm,
He
that's the
abandoned
blame.
me,
That's where you lay the
and I
blame.
have not gotten over it. So
Apparently not. No.
No, I guess not.
no.
You ever see him in a bar again one day, you're gonna be like, "Remember me?"
And then he will be thwacked.
Well, I'm Blue Star already did away with any pattern by going 2 BFFs first. But Oss is the only other one who's picked 4 times, and he did marry, Puff Puff, Thwack, and BFF. So he's done one of each.
Wow.
So yeah, I'm gonna follow in Ost's wake here. I've done my marry, I've done a Puff Puff, I've done a Thwack. I'm gonna do a BFF here, and I'm gonna go Christo from Dragon Quest IV.
Dang it.
Don't you mean Kirill?
Whatever.
I'm kidding. I don't care.
Is there already talking
I know you
Flora? Is already talking Flora from Dragon Quest V. So yeah,
I'm kidding. I know who you meant.
I'm too set in my ways for but this is my man. I think everybody's wrong. I think everybody who has a problem with him casting Thwack too much basically just doesn't know how to use AI in Dragon Warrior 4. I never had that problem when I was young playing with him. I played that game half a dozen times from start to finish, and zero memory of him being anything other than an awesome party member that could heal, that could double attack power, that could he could wield the one of the Magic King or the Metal King swords, if I'm not mistaken.
I think. Well, I don't know about the original, but I know in the remakes he can. So
yeah, so. And I can
he
play the
also
remake
can
a
use
few
the
times.
miracle
So
sword, so that's really helpful too for a mage.
yeah,
or for your healer.
like
Excuse me.
He was definitely a healer, a buffer, and he could be a definitely decent second attack option for that game. So
yeah, he does
I've got
kind of
nothing
fall
but
into the
respect
battle
for him.
mage archetype, or battle, or what the hell is that called? Combat medic. Excuse me.
What did I say? And I think Liam called me out for it once when I said Christo was the original paladin. He's like, "Wait, didn't you say that about what was the Dragon Quest 2?
Oh, you Prince of
One
Canon.
that everybody hates.
Yeah.
Canock, yeah. I said the same thing about Canock. Oh, he was the original Dragon Quest paladin. Well, Christo's a good second.
You know what? Christo / Krill, he's a thwacking good paladin. So, there we go.
I'm totally spelling this wrong. I spelled Kirill.
K-I-R-Y-L.
K-I-R-Y-L.
Yeah.
Okay. Just so the friends at home know. So who did I hear?
Marry him.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I heard somebody moan when I said his name, but marriage option.
He was gonna be my other Mary.
Oh,
You can get
well, in
Borean
that
now.
case,
Elena would have
Hey.
picked him as the BFF.
This is true. She would have friend zoned him hard.
wow. It's okay. He had Blue though. On the rebound.
He doesn't have him. He doesn't have me anymore.
No, he does not. No, he's friends with me. I'll pawn him off on Maya after I'm done.
Okay, so I've got a revenge thwack in mind, but it's not against anyone's picks here. My next thwack. Are we thwacking monsters as well?
We
Monster
can.
characters?
Yeah, I
Okay,
think
I'm
it's
gonna-
a fair game to put those in now.
I'm gonna thwack the Bishop Lodja. Preferably
Oh, that's a
in front of-
good one.
Preferably completely out of revenge, and preferably in front of his kids if they're there.
Wow.
Reverse Dragon Quest.
My
Yes.
man.
Reverse.
There you go.
It's Dragon Quest V from another perspective.
That's Karma. Dragon Quest Part 2.
So, didn't like seeing your father killed in front of your face by him?
I just
And his
think
cronies?
that's a long-standing emotional journey that everyone goes through. So Why not turn it around?
Everybody goes through watching their dad get killed in front of them.
No,
You
I mean, in
mentioned
Dragon
the
Quest
game.
V, we do.
Hey, okay, that, yeah,
It's all our story.
yeah,
yeah.
bad joke. That one hit a little
Oh.
too personally. But yeah, speaking of that though, anyone else think it was kind of fucked up that Dragon Quest Treasures had that plinth or that bit of stone where Pancras dies as a treasure? Anyone else think that was kind of fucked up?
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. That was
let's
too
remember
dark.
that. The rock he died on.
Yep.
Because, that's a big
And
part of the game.
And the
rock.
worst part is, it's like absolutely worthless, and they still give it to you as a treasure. It's only worth like 20,000 gold coins or something. So it's like, man, he died for us in this epic cutscene and everything, and it was a tragic moment. Yeah, it's only worth like 20,000 gold. It's really not that important.
I think it's a bric-a-brac even.
It is, and it's
Yeah.
just it's a very cheap bric-a-brac. It's
Hey,
I feel so bad for poor Pancras. His death had a price put on it.
Hey,
Or his sacrifice had a price put on it. Excuse me.
20K gold is a good down payment on a house. Okay.
Not
Listen.
in Dragon Quest Treasures, man.
Yeah, apparently in Treasures, man, the money just keeps falling in like waves
It's
off
like-
your.
Yeah,
Castle.
no, I have you make gold waterfalls in
You
do.
Dragon
Yeah.
Quest Treasures. Inflation is unreal.
Mm-hmm. Wonder how much eggs cost there. I'll say I had a hard time. I needed them for something. Did you had to get eggs for one of those parties or something? I feel like that was something you had to
Harvest
get.
Moon or something, I'm sure.
Ah.
Oh,
Or maybe
No,
I just
you
needed to
did.
record.
You had to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But all right, Yangus, where are you going?
Let's keep going down my list here. I'm gonna go with my next BFF choice. I'm gonna go with Rab from Dragon Quest XI.
All right.
With Rab was a character like, again, with Yangus, where like when we first saw the trailers for the game, I was like, "Ooh, I like that character design." And again, my first thought was, "Ooh, he's like." They talked about how the characters of 11 all represented different job classes from previous games, and when seeing how Rab was designed, it was like, "Oh, he's supposed to be like a new take on the merchant class. That's awesome. We're gonna see that come back." Well, we get to get him as a playable party member, and he's more of like a sage type character where he's got a little bit of offense, a little bit of defense, healing, buffing. He's got a little bit of everything, and he can use claws to do some physical damage too, and he's got some nice abilities for that. But what I really liked about Rab the most was I loved his backstory, and I really have to give props to his English voice actor because he delivered his scenes just so well in Dundersill when you finally catch up with him after the events of Octagonia, and really Rab had some really funny cutscenes as well, like always with the Oogler's Digest. But I just liked how he had sort of that. He was a very calming presence in the party, and I liked how with him being so well traveled and being one of the older party members in the series, he wasn't like Boria where he's grumpy all the time, and he wasn't like Sir Mervyn, who was unfortunately placed out of time just because of his circumstances. But Mervyn was a pretty friendly character. But with Rab, you have somebody who's actually traveled the world a lot. He's a very jolly character. He's always willing to lend an ear and help you out, and he's very informative. There were a lot of things with Rab that I liked a lot. So I think he would be the character that I would like to travel around with because he reminds me a lot of my grandfather who passed away a few years ago. And I think he'd be someone fun to travel with, because you could share stories. You'd see all these things that he knows, but he would show you for the first time. And I think he'd just be entertaining to travel with, and just being a kind of a good travel companion. Plus, hey, if he can teach you some martial arts stuff and use claws like he and Jade can, then hey, awesome,
Yeah.
But yeah, I would go with Rab for my second BFF choice.
He's also
All
the
right.
only useful old man character in a Dragon Quest game.
Debatable. But Ost would disagree with you there. But
Yeah, I would.
speaking of
Sir
speaking
Mervyn's
of
good
Ost,
too, but
who
I just have
took
to
your
back-
last took your Angelo boy out, Evan. Maybe you could take some of Ost's people out. Although you've already used your thwack, so maybe not. But you can lock some people up here with your next 2 picks. End of round 4 and top of round 5.
Well, so I'm kind of surprised no one picked this particular character. Originally, I wasn't going to pick them, but I decided, first I was like, no, but then I heard the voice in the back of my head go, but thou must. So, so I'm going to choose Princess Gwaelin from Dragon Quest 1.
Wow.
For
To
which
do
one?
What?
For Mary.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you didn't. Oh, okay, we didn't hear. I don't think we heard you say that. So.
I'm a true hero.
You are the true hero.
Yeah.
I need a hero.
So what, other than hearing that voice in your head, what made you do that one?
I was, to be quite honest, I'm actually kind of running low on characters right now. So I wanted to kind of reach into
because there was nobody else.
Yeah, that's about right. I had to reach out into the archives and pull a more obscure but recognizable character, kind of iconic.
Okay.
I'm kind of surprised no one picked her. I figured she'd be like the tight end of the draft, but
I've not seen art to look at her tight end that much, but that was in the early days.
Gross.
When they
she surprisingly she was one of the playable characters in that Fiat Rhythm Dragon Quest game. She was a representative along with the hero from 1. I was really surprised that she was unlockable in that game when I played it.
Good for her.
I was like, oh, Gwaelin's here.
Yeah, then that's your girl.
All right, so you've done 2 Marys, 2 thwacks. So it's time for Puff Puffing and BFF.
All right. Woo, all right. So I'm also picking another character because I'm afraid someone else is going to pick him. It's like the last obvious character on my list. I'm going to choose Sylvando for BFF.
Oh, there you go. Good choice.
Because he just seems like the kind of guy who, again, would be just like a lot of fun to have out on a night on the town. He'd be the kind of guy who would like, hey, you should go buy her a drink. And then when she rejects you, cheer you up,
Yeah.
Yep.
He's a very good all-around friend to go out with to a party with.
How is she gonna reject you when you're dressed like a peacock?
Exactly.
This is true. He's gonna make you wear that outfit for the dancing or for the parade.
My peacock feathers are my fingernails.
Ooh, you're rocking the whole ensemble here.
Yeah.
Whew.
Hey, you know what? You can get your nails to match the outfit. It'd be perfect.
Oh yeah, I mean, matchy.
If only Stella was here to help.
Well, I think half of our
She rest
listeners
in
are finally
peace.
like, thank God, BFF Sylvando. All right, Yangus, up to you. Round 5.
All right, I'm down to my. Let's see.
Oh yeah,
I got
you've done
BFF
2
and
Marys,
Mary.
2 BFFs, so
Okay.
you're thwacking and puff puffing.
Okay.
Cool.
Oh shit. No, this is gonna be. All right. Well, first off, I'm gonna thwack. We're gonna thwack Uncle Pike from Dragon Quest 7 or Hondura, whatever his name was in the original translation.
Yep.
Dara.
Good choice.
But
I mentioned him earlier today, and I was like, wow.
We're going on a
that guy
killing
off.
spree in Dragon Quest 7.
Yeah.
Jeez.
yeah, well, this is a character that actually kind of deserves it because he's a real asshole and he always gets behind on his payments for his house. He tries to cheat everybody. He just kind of unceremoniously disappears from the game late into it, where all of a sudden he's like, I'm going to go off and go do blah blah blah. I'll see you later, nephew. And he just disappears forever. You never see him again.
Yeah, he's abusive too, because if you steal the hot stone and don't give it back to him, then he'll like show up at your house and smack you on the head and take it
Yep.
back.
And if you refuse to give it to him, he's just like whack, smash you. I love that. I found that funny.
You
like,
love the abuse?
I found it's funny. It's like a comedy
It's
moment.
comic relief.
It's comic. Yeah. I mean, didn't you ever watch Looney Tunes or something like that? You know, see them smack each other around. They're totally fine. But no, that's not my point, Blue. I just was so funny that they actually put that in, where if you refuse to give it to him, he just goes like, flash on the back of the head, like, give me that.
Yeah, that happened to me.
But
'Cause I'm
yeah,
like,
no.
this will save me so much time if I can just keep this, and then I might be able to get Sir Mervyn early.
Yeah, no, I just he was a character that, you know, you could just tell he was someone you're not supposed to like at all. And he was definitely a character that I feel like he sort of got, or he needed to get more comeuppance for some of the stuff he did. But I did think it was interesting that with the game that they made him just kind of disappear at the end of it, just out of nowhere. It was such a weird choice. But
Yeah,
I feel like
I feel like they were short on development time or something, and some stuff just got cut from 7.
yeah, it's kind of like that.
Cut from 7. Nothing short about that game.
Yeah, no, but yeah, I think you might be right on that, Os, because it didn't feel like maybe they tried to fix that too with like Dragon Quest VIII with how the story with Marcello and Angelo ended, but you know originally how it ended before they changed in the 3DS one. But yeah, no, I'm just gonna thwack off Pike. He's a bastard. Let's just kill him. Get rid of him.
Right.
Save the family tree. What's little of it is left.
What's little left? All right, Liam.
Nice. All right. I'm again, just so that nobody else picks her, I'm gonna marry Jade.
Okay. For a personality-rich story.
Again, in terms of marriage material,
Bountiful personality.
when in terms of marriage material, I look for like the strong kind of fighter characters who are going to help kick some ass.
She was on my puff list.
Uh-oh.
All right, fair enough.
I like that. I don't
right
have
in line
to
with your Alina pick.
Anybody for Puff Puff?
Yeah, you pretty much got a playing field here that's quite well open for you. So, you know, I was thinking of going with an obvious thwack here, like Nevin, but I think I'm going to go for one that I may piss the Angus off again with this here, because you just brought it up about a storyline in 8. I'm going to thwack Marcello.
That's fair.
That bastard.
That's fair.
That's fair.
I know you.
Sorry,
I know you like the second part of the story in the game, but I was this bastard was like, nah, let's just get rid of him. And you know what? If Angelo's out, let's talking about family trees and everything. Let's just cut off this family tree right here.
A lot of bloodlines being murdered today.
Yep.
Are we trying to stop all of the great sages' bloodlines? Is that what's going on here?
I don't know. I still have a feeling the Angus is going to be Puff Puff and Rappathorn later. But we'll see. It's a prediction. So I thwacked a person that was evil in the game that may have been redeemed, may not have, depending on your eyes, but...
I wouldn't say redeemed, but he was like he paid off his debts and then he could go be an asshole somewhere else. That's how I see it.
Oh, I fucking hate that news story for him. I fucking hate it. It ruined that. I fucking hate that shit. He should not.
Don't worry.
Have
Now
come back.
it never happened. I killed him.
Thank you. Now he walked off after that last appearance and he just fucking died. Thank you, Platty.
That's right. He walked off a cliff.
Ambiguity. We can't have that. We can't.
All right, Blue Star, thinking of ambiguity. So what do we got? We got no BFFs, so you're married, whacking, or puff puffing. There's no ambiguity there.
Oh boy.
Ambiguity.
Baba booey.
Oh my god, I had an idea and then oh, okay. I am going to Puff Puff Mori.
Ooh. You never know the depths of your own soul.
Until you start playing with yourself.
That's
Yes.
right. So what else?
And, what else do I have to say about Mori?
I was going to say, other than playing with yourself, what do you want to say about Mori?
Anything Mori?
Anything more?
Oh, jeez.
I mean,
That's Amore.
That's Amore.
he's clearly spent a lot of time with a lot of different women, so he's probably got some experience on how to make them happy. Plus, have you heard about the entrance fees for monster teams? The dude's fucking rich. So
there's a lot of money going on there.
yeah, there's a lot
So
of
he's
money.
a sugar daddy?
Yeah.
He's a sugar daddy.
Why not? If there were a time, it is now.
That's why he has that's why he has quadruplets as his girlfriends.
They do have very striking resemblance to each other.
But it's worth mentioning that he got his ill-gotten gains from having monsters fight each other.
Yeah, he's basically doing cockfights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Well,
that could
you
be
know,
it.
I know that
Maury
sounds
Vick
really
over
bad,
here.
but you know what? You want to see the kill count on my Dragon Quest VIII playthroughs? I just kill them all. He's at least given half of them a chance.
Call him Maury Vick.
Oh. And now we're into the football fantasy draft. All right, Ost, we got 2 straight picks for you.
All right. I'm going to marry Anne Lucia.
God damn it! I almost
from-
did that this round.
That's Dragon Quest.
I thought about it and I'm like, God damn it! I know you're gonna do it in one of these two. Crap!
Yeah.
That my marry list is really short now.
You're welcome.
Just to confirm, that is the Dragon Quest 11 blonde-haired protagonist girl, isn't it?
Yep.
Dragon
Well-
Quest 10,
Sorry,
10.
Dragon
Yeah.
Quest 10. Sorry, what did I say?
11.
You said 11.
Sorry. Yeah, no, I meant 10. That's my bad.
Mm-hmm. So
It is,
what is it about Lan Lucia?
She's super strong and she'll always protect me.
Aww.
And she's very pretty. And I know she wears a lot of like her royal attire covers up a lot, but I know she's got a great body underneath it.
Oh yeah.
She got the va boom.
Yeah.
I mean,
To
even
quote
if
my
it's just a
future
Vavu, that's
father-in-law,
pretty
King
good.
Clavius. I'm sorry, Oz. What were you saying? I'm sorry, I cut you off.
No, you didn't cut me off. That was
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I had it in there. I was like, blonde hair, blue eyes, sword play, princess. Like, seriously, sign me up.
Yep. What's not to like?
You were the only one that I thought that might go there. So, damn it. Fucking Marcello, I shouldn't have whacked you.
Very Nordic choice.
Yes. All right,
Okay.
Os, what's your next pick?
So I'm gonna get a Puff from Crystal Linda.
Oh, another one off my list. Gosh darn it, man.
Oh fuck, who's Crystal Linda? I'm totally blanking right now.
The Ice Witch from Sniffleheim and Dragon Quest 11.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can't be
Wears the very tight clothing.
Yes, that's true. One of Toriyama's many big busted gals that he's created.
Mm-hmm. All right. I mean, I don't know if this one needs any explanation if you know who Crystal Linda is, but I don't think she's a marrying type. Seems a little bit cold to me.
She'll give you the cold shoulder.
He warms up a little bit.
She's as cold as ice. She's willing to sacrifice.
Plus, the good thing about her is Frizzabelle comes in as a package deal.
Oh. Don't say that. Don't say that. I got Frizzabelle on my list somewhere.
Quick, someone thwack Frizzabelle.
Quick! Whatever you were going to pick next, just change it.
All right. So we're up to back to Blue Star. You're done with BFF, but you got a marry, a thwack, and a puff left. What are you going to use now?
Well, I was just told to thwack Frizzabelle.
I mean, you don't have to.
Kind of awkward.
But see, I got nothing against her. But it would be funny if I did.
I'm up next.
Would it be funny if I killed you? A conundrum heard by many people.
Blue Star
sure-
sends her
Sort of my head
regards.
there.
Writes a card to her family. I'm sorry for killing you. Sorry for killing your princess.
But it was really funny.
It just would seem really funny at the time. I don't know why I did it. But I look back now and laugh, and you will too. Oh shit, I got Platty really good.
I can't. This is killing me. This is the
Pressure's
one
on
that's killing
Blue.
me.
I haven't done it, and I think the payoff is great.
Yeah, now my eyes are clear again.
Oh my god.
Much like Aunt Lucia's.
Oh.
She's lost. All right, so what am I typing in here, Blue?
Oh man, I don't actually know that I have anybody else on my list to thwack.
Spite thwack, spite thwack.
Yeah, let's thwack Isabel. We're ending all the bloodlines today.
Oh.
I will say she was on my marry list.
Not anymore.
More for the the pun of Frisabelle and being the glasses. The glasses did it for me. But
You can marry the master of none.
No, I got, you know what? I got my marriage candidate because I just lost 2 of the 3 marriage candidates I had left, so I got to go marriage here. And I'm gonna marry the mermaid Michelle.
You want her to be part of your world, huh?
I do want to be part of her world. Listen, she like sat on that rock for what, like 100 years or something, waiting for one little fisherman dude. She is dedicated. She's marriage candidate. Like, she is not even worried about any other fish in the sea. She is just right there. I think his name was Kai something or whatever.
Yep.
Also, you know, she's a mermaid. Whatever, good body. And I love the rhyming. We went with all the accents early, and I love the rhyming speech of Mermaid Michelle. That just cracked me up the whole time. Every rhyme she made. So I'm gonna marry the mermaid.
It's more than just rhyming. She speaks in heroic couplets.
Oh.
It's all in iambic pentameter. That's the nerdiest thing I've ever said.
Nerd alert!
So there we go. Blue Star just put the cherry on top of that wedding cake pie.
I think that wedding cake might be a little soggy, though. I mean, you're going to be underwater, so might be very tasty.
Or it's going to be a very dry ceremony because
that's
she's going to come on land and then we can never go back to the sea.
That's
which I'm fine. I don't need to go
have
swimming
to
in the sea all the time.
ocean, or are you going to make her live out of the water? Like, what are you going to have her do? You have to
I'm
think about this.
Is
it awkward that you served sushi?
I mean, for all we know, Platty might be like at first okay with it, but then he's like, God, I hate living in the ocean all the time. I'm fucking wet every day.
You know, no, I won't take that joke that far, but you know, that's.
Oh, well, see, now I feel bad because if you don't want to take it that far, I definitely was gonna say that.
Listen, I you know, there's no worry about being too wet every day. That's fine. And Liam, we'll just move on to your next pick.
I'm gonna go with an anime reference, and I'm gonna BFF Daisy. So depending on when we get this recorded, if it's before or after this, we're working on a Daisy tribute episode.
Okay.
Daisy's one of the strong. She's probably the first strong warrior woman in the Dragon Quest franchise, or one of them. Maybe arguably Marm if you count the manga. But you know, looking at
Did you say Mara?
Like that?
Mara, hey.
No,
Mara. Picking my boo.
Don't be a dick there, Evan.
Don't be a dick.
Yeah, but is it a small Mara or a big Mara?
Oh, we brought the energy.
Yes. Big Mara energy in here right now, boys and girls.
Anyway, so Daisy.
Gotta rub this one out while we can, right?
Who the hell is Daisy?
For picking all these.
I was gonna say what. Tell the anime.
All right, yeah. Sorry, Liam, go ahead.
This is from Dragon Warrior anime that was out in like 1990 in the U.S. It was a 13-episode dub of what was a much larger anime called Dragon Quest Able Yusha in Japan. And Daisy is the soldier character who really teaches the hero how to use a sword, how to sword fight, and in a lot of ways is like the reason why the hero actually is alive by the end of it. or I don't know, no spoilers. Maybe.
See, I watched that anime and I disliked it so much that I already forgot who Daisy was. I only saw the 13 English episodes, so that's probably why I didn't like it.
Okay, well, you're gonna love our Daisy tribute episode then, coming soon if it hasn't already.
I'll make sure to not listen.
Thanks for your support.
Thanks for your support in advance.
Whacking the episode.
I'm just kidding.
He's honest.
He does have one thwack left, and there he goes. He just used it.
Just whacked an episode.
Well, you can't whack Daisy because I just BFF'd her.
By the way,
Whack Daisy from
gonna
Fortune Street.
Yeah, it's true. We can talk about Daisy from there.
That's what I was thinking he was going at first.
I mean, that's the one that I would thwack. That's one of
All right, Angus. Well, you could because it's your turn, and you've got a thwack left, and both of your puff puffs.
Yes. Well, let me see. I'm gonna just keep going down my list here. I got a puff puff. Whether it's me giving it to him or him giving it to me, the man, the myth, the legend, the guy who I always joke about, Mr. Briscoletti. So whenever someone brings up whenever someone brings up the marriage candidates of like Dragon Quest V, I always will throw in Mr. Briscoletti because you can talk to him and he'll be like, "Mamma mia, you're gonna choose me."
Tutti frutti.
Oh yeah.
Isn't he? He's honored that you think of him, right?
He is, yes. But he's like, no, you have to pick one of the gals, not me. But I always just have found that funny that he actually does respond to that if you talk to him during that little cutscene. So you know what, we got to give him. He needs a little love too. So you know what, he's gonna get a puff puffer. He's gonna give me one. I don't know how it works for that. So you know what, just fuck it. We're going with him.
I mean, this is episode 69. You could do it together.
That's true. Yeah, we should get one of the maids
Mutual
involved too.
consent, puff puff.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
get one of
there
the
you go.
maids involved that works for him, and there we go.
Ooh. I mean,
Nobody come around the household for a while. That's all I'm going to say.
we've had a few. I mean, you were talking about Torneco. You'll have the wife and money, and here Briscoletti's got all the money himself. But
Yep.
we've got all our good reasons here.
I'm just marrying into money for all of these, pretty much, or getting involved with them for the money for once or another. I have a theme here.
All right. Well, Evan, I wonder if he'll have a theme with his last two. He's got, what do you got? A BFF left and two puff puffs.
All right. Well, so I'm going to be doing a BFF, and my choice is going to be the Princess of Moonbrook because the dog is the ultimate man's best friend.
Oh, I was going to think of swacking her because what a bitch, but good job.
What did she ever do to you, Platty?
No, Blue, that's not what
It was
he
a pun.
means. That's not what
I was just in it for the
That's
pun
not
of
what
it.
he meant.
I was just in it for the pun of it.
Oh, okay, I get it. I
Oh,
got
boy.
it. I'm on the same page
Man,
now.
that's really rough that Blue didn't get that joke.
Oh boy. So man's best friend. Okay.
Yep. All right. And then for my puff puff, my first puff puff actually, I'm gonna go for Desdemona from Dragon Quest Heroes 2.
God, why did I not her? Oh, son of a gun! I was looking at
You
her.
didn't pick her? I'm surprised.
I didn't have her in anything, and she's my favorite person from that whole game.
To be honest, I only played like a couple hours of 2. I didn't get too far into it, but she left a big mark on you. She's she got big axe, big personality, big everything. So I feel like she's the perfect choice for a puff puff.
Tracts of land.
Did you just say she's got a big ass?
Big axe. And that
Oh,
too,
sorry.
probably.
God, sorry.
That's funnier yet, though.
I just mishear puns.
Yes.
I hear the pun in all day and every day life. Damn it, Desdemona! How did I not have her anywhere? Oh, that was a failure of research.
I am shocked you didn't have her, to be quite
I
honest.
know. Man, sorry. Golly.
She does have a really cool design though, like unironically.
She does,
like
yeah.
design. Yeah.
Yeah. Platty, it's okay. As old age starts to set in, you have some performance issues. So, it's all right.
You know what? It was chilly today.
That's
all I can say.
Up a little. Your brain's kind of shrinking up a little, and it's fine.
Yeah.
You're just not performing at your best. It's all right. But there are enhancements you can have with tonight's other sponsor.
Woo!
No.
So you've got a puff. What do you got left? You got a puff puff and a thwack.
Yeah, let me go back here. Let me see. Yeah, I got a thwack and a puff puff left. Boy. So I'm down to my monsters now for my monster choices. So, okay, I'm just gonna be honest. I don't remember what its new translation name is in the newer games. I just don't remember. But I'm gonna go with the Dumbra enemies for my other choice of a puff puff, which are those big, like, fat looking things with like the little dragon lord kind of horns on their head. They got their big tongues sticking out. They usually carry around a big sword.
Oh.
I gotta look. I gotta see if I can find a picture of it, and I'll post it in the chat, and you guys can see what I'm talking about. I always remember him because of the King Dumbra enemy from Dragon Warrior Monsters 2.
Not so macho.
Yeah, not so much. I think that's the name for it now.
King is the king of Dumbira. Dumb King is the infamous monster in Dragon Quest VIII.
I know who you're talking about now. Yeah. I can picture them.
It's the yellow one I'm talking about, because like he used to be called Dumb King, like Blue said. Here, I got a picture of him now. But yeah, no, I'm just gonna go with him for the puff puff, because he's got
got a lot of puff.
Tongue. He's got the big old tongue. I'm sure he knows what to do with that. And I'm just gonna leave it at that. Let your imagination run wild.
I don't know. I mean, he's not so macho, but
Well, I mean,
he's not the macho man.
But he's a dumb king, though. So I mean, that's got to be worth something, right?
Yeah.
Again, it's all part of.
I don't know. I think both namings have some issues there, but
I can't post the picture. Sorry, I'm trying to post the picture of the monster, but that way then we can have it for the YouTube version as well. But yeah, right, but you guys know what monster I'm talking about.
We do,
now,
yeah.
So, yeah, yep. Okay.
Back to Liam. What do you got? You got a BFF and
I have BFF
puff
and a puff puff left. I'm gonna go with the puff puff, and I'm gonna puff puff Molly, the mom in Fishbell from the hero's mom in Dragon Quest VII.
Finally, a character from Dragon Quest.
Exact same one.
Funny.
I was also
Mollie.
You slob mother puffer.
I had to zoom. I had to return back to Fishbell to actually look the name of the character.
Finally, someone given the Dragon Quest 7 cast some love.
I'm on the Wikipedia right now trying to confirm what her name is, because I was going to choose her next.
Yeah, it's Pearl in the old translation, or in the new translation, and Molly in the old translation. Yep.
Gotcha. Well, you can choose Pearl.
Yeah,
actually, that's probably against the rules.
I was gonna refer to her as Mare, because I guess that's the Romaji for her name.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at that. Yep.
It was gonna be a horse joke, basically.
Well,
end the game and on a horse joke, but no, now you cannot.
Nay, I say her. Nay.
So Liam, why the puff puff from her?
I feel like that's like a puff puff. If you're gonna get smothered to death in a puff puff,
yeah.
You just want her to make you a sandwich
she's a good
afterwards.
All right. Well, I'm a little surprised with all the puff puff talk, because we've had now we've had 3 straight puff puffs, and we've had a lot of puff puffs going on here.
It's a busy night.
Little puff puff left. Keep going.
I'm gonna take a bunny girl. Just any bunny girl.
Nice.
It's fine. I'm not gonna be picky here, but I will puff puff the entire bunny girl genre from Dragon Quest.
You got to go with the original OG one from Dragon Quest 3.
Yeah, Dragon Quest 3, basically the female jester.
Yep, she's the OG.
Or the old man who wants to turn into a bunny girl.
But no. Yeah. You could get bamboozled.
We're not going Dragon Quest 7. We've had enough Dragon Quest 7 stuff here going on. Oh, there was one and 3 too. So you're right. Never mind. Why am I thinking 7? I'm staring at Molly. I'm just staring at Molly too much thinking about that. But bunny girl, like, she's designed to be sexy. She's the epitome of puff puff material. So I don't think I need much more of an explanation there.
Fair enough.
Go down to Blue, who's got some marrying and puff puffing to do.
Oh boy. Well,
Will this be a round of puff puff or not?
It might be a round of Puff Puff. So I'm gonna do a Puff Puff from Axel, the pellet blacksmith in Dragon Quest Treasures. I talked about him on the Dragon Quest Treasures episode, and God, what a hunk. So
Shoot carefully, yeah.
yeah.
I mean, you got to watch out with the puff puff from that. He may not be too careful.
Well, that's why I'm saying you gotta shoot carefully. You know?
Yeah. Although what he's crafting and blacksmithing, he knows how to. He's got a soft touch.
He's got a good. He's got knows how to use his hands.
Yeah,
Yep.
he does.
Whew. All right. Unfortunately, we cannot make this a full round of puff puffing in round 7 because we have Oz who's puff puffed out. Oz, you get to actually be the first one to complete your Mary Thwack Puff Puff BFF here. We need a BFF and a thwack from you.
All right. Okay. I want my BFF to be the Mandrake Major. You know, the
Mandrake Monday.
yeah.
Ooh,
That's
Jay's
the
gonna get
blue,
mad at you.
This is the blue palette, the blue variant.
Mm-hmm.
That was so in Dragon Quest X. If you become a monster tamer, you can only have one monster with you at once, at any time.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't really I wasn't into him at first. He was just like the best monster that I could get at the beginning, but he walked around with me for so long that he grew on me, and I just really like that monster now. It's just a cool design. He's so cool. I got like this pink pimp hat for mine that he wears. He's it's just so cool. Whenever you dance or something or use some sort of emoticon animation in the game, he does it too, and it's cool to see this giant lizard just bounce up and down, roaring, holding a sword. It's great. It's great. Best monster.
He's your real wingman because he has wings.
All right, and then who are you thwacking to end your party of 8?
Thwack Trode.
Oh, he was on my list just for that same area.
He's so annoying. He's just that voice, and he's only worried about his horse daughter, and
Aren't we all?
he's just, I don't know, he's just annoying. And then, he's annoying. And then I don't know, we're doing spoilers, right? Spoilers.
Oh,
are
yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
And then I was so disappointed when we reversed the curse and he's still this ugly little troll monster. Could you not do better than that, man?
That was why I was gonna thwack Human Trode because he looks horrible.
Yeah, he looks better as the monster. At least
he does. He does look better as a monster.
Well, it says Yangus says to him, "You look exactly the same as before."
Yeah.
Jealous of my striking appearance, no doubt.
It's like he didn't get hit with enough gamma rays to turn green and get stronger. He just turned green.
It's not easy being green, so.
That's what Kermit's always saying.
Yep.
All right. Well, yeah, I was right there with you with Trode. Nope. He was on my thwack list, and when it came down to the end, it was between him and Marcello. So whatever. But I'm glad somebody else took him out. All right, and that brings us to Blue's last pick, your last marriage candidate, Blue.
Yeah, so we kind of talked about doing 6 characters and 2 monsters, but then
we kind of got away from that. Oopsies,
then
I forgot even saying that.
Then I got coerced into thwacking Frizzabelle out of spite. So my last marry is going to be marrying Hendrik.
Aww.
The boy.
I kind of see him with his hand on his head,
oh yeah,
in surprise here.
I hope he's not appalled. Also, Platty, there is no C in Hendrik.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. No, I need to post my Hendrik picture where he's like Hendrik and he has his hand back with the. I might have that one actually.
But yeah, I mean, it doesn't really need any explanation. Just
No,
The boy.
the strong
he's-
knight who's loyal to a fault. But that's okay because he eventually figures out the right thing to do and he goes wholeheartedly into it.
He
Aww.
does. He was a great character in 11.
He's the best one.
He is.
Well, okay, I said Veronica was the best one a little bit before, but like
That's
between
okay.
the
There can be two
them,
best ones.
Yeah, they're
can
both.
He's
share.
best boy. He's
They
best
can share
boy.
the spot. Yeah. Yeah. No,
Boy
I
and
was
best girl.
I was really glad that Hendrik did end up being a playable character in the game. That was a really nice surprise. And again, he kind of fits that like my sort of character trope liking, where like it's sort of the big guy who there's more to him than meets the eye. So I liked that too. That he softened up a lot more once he joined the party. That was a nice change because I was kind of afraid. Like, sorry, go ahead.
Any scenes with him and Sylvando are hilarious too.
Oh yeah, him being just like
him reacting to Sylvando.
Him just being like, "This is the man you know," and what exactly was the nature of your relationship?
All right, so that's back to me, and I got one more BFF, and I think you're gonna guilt me into this one, Blue, because I did at one point intend to kind of limit us to try to get 6 humans and a couple monsters in here, but then this became unreasonable, and we might have had 10 of us tonight, and I'm like, I can't track all that. But sorry, Amos, you're still in my heart, and Bray, Boria, I'm good there, but I'm gonna go with a completely kind of off the wall one here. I'm gonna go with the box slime from the Monster series.
Oh, a left field pick.
At a left field pick, like this guy, like I just feel like anytime I need to like just take a seat on my party, in my journeying, he's right there for me. I can take a seat on. If I got a chair already, he's somewhere to put my feet on, and just I need to get those onions down from the shelf so the cat won't get them. I could just step on him and he'd be right there for me. So box slime, he's a cute design. I love seeing him kind of squishy box around, and we'll just leave it at that. He's a BFF. He's my favorite, slimy slime.
He's a bit of a square though.
Yeah, he's a bit of a square, but we all got to have those people in our lives. So, Liam, we've got you with your last BFF.
All right. Yeah, as I'm looking at this list, I just figured out I missed the opportunity to get a puff from God from Dragon Warrior 7. Missed opportunity.
That is a yeah.
It would have been a godly
Marry God.
counter.
Like,
They were marrying princesses here. You could have had top notch.
For my last BFF, I'm gonna go with a new character we don't even really know yet. But Draylin, the Draki with like sunglasses and the microphone from the announcement for Dragon Quest Champions.
Oh,
Okay.
right.
And the reason behind that, I don't even know if he's annoying yet. He could very well be.
But he's your new best friend.
Yeah, he's my new BFF because he looks like he would be
Ride
fun
or
to do
die, man.
karaoke. He would be really fun to do karaoke with.
Okay.
I'll end up in Dragon Quest hell sooner or later with Cyril the Squirrel.
Is that your thwack?
No, I just making the joke because Square Enix keeps canceling all of these these games over here for Western releases, or they just end them real fast.
Yeah. All right, Yangus, you're up.
Okay.
Yep, you are,
One
and you got a
thwack.
thwack, if I'm not mistaken. If I've been tracking this well.
Yeah, and I'm a little mad because someone actually did guess one of my characters, and it was you, Platty, you fucking bastard. So I'm gonna thwack off Big Grapthorn.
I saw your theme by about the third or the fourth one. I'm like, wait a minute. You said there was a theme. I got it.
Yep, all big boys.
All the big boys.
Except for Pike, but he was an exception.
Yeah. I mean, you got to kill him. You got to kill him.
Well, I
He deserved it.
You know what? Jokingly, I almost thought about putting Little Rapthorn and Big Rapthorn, but I'm like, no, that'd be cheating. So I'm gonna go. But yeah, I'm gonna go Big Rapthorn, and we're gonna thwack him because first off, like, I mean, props to them for like, I think he is like the biggest final boss in the series, like in terms of, well, I suppose Mortigan's final form might be bigger, but just for sheer like scope, I mean, Rapthorn is like the size of a blimp, if not bigger.
Yeah.
But I just want to kill him off because I hate that English voice of his because he just sounds like Dr. Claw from Inspector Gadget. I just imagine him going, "I'll get you next time, Gadget." He has a little cat sitting on his lap going, "Meow." No, but I don't fucking like his English voice. I thought for him being as giant as he is for a final boss, they gave him like the lamest voice, making him sound like Dr. Claw. It's like you couldn't have given him like a loud booming voice. Like it was funny that his little self, like his voice sounded like this when he talks. I am the Dark Lord Rapthorn. But then when he gets all big and just gigantic, he just sounds like he's doing his best Dr. Claw impression. He's got his costume waiting in his closet, so then he can go to Comic-Con and be like, "Look at my costume, I'm cool." I'm sorry, I just don't fucking like. I don't fucking like his voice. It's super
So
lame.
that's what Dr. Claw looked like.
Yep, that's really what he looked like. No, actually, no, it was Little Rapthorn, but he just had the deep voice. But no, I just thought that was a weird choice for Dragon Quest VIII, and just, I mean, Rapthorn just getting away from that, like actually in regards to the game, Rapthorn is probably one of the most active villains in a Dragon Quest game because you're constantly chasing him down, whether it's him speaking through his hosts who are wielding the scepter of Trodain, or it's him. Oh, what I say? Like he's either channeling his power through them, or somebody who's just corrupted by it is just doing his will without really thinking about it. They're just like, oh, if I kill them, then nothing will stop me. Like what Dual Magus kind of thought, or like where he wanted all that power. So Rapthorn, I mean, I got to give props to that game too, because Rapthorn was one of those characters you just like you're constantly one step behind him to stop him, and I felt like he was one of the more successful villains in the series, along with like Mortigan, where he accomplished his goal, and you actually see them doing it rather than like the likes of like Nimzo or Mortimer or Deathmore, whatever you want to call him, where you just hear about what they do, but you don't necessarily see them do too much. So it was definitely very satisfying when you kill him. So I want to kill him off. Let's kill the fat bastard.
Oh, but what about Malroth? He's there the whole time.
I forgot about Malroth.
Everyone forgets about Malroth. It's okay.
I was gonna marry him.
Well, if you marry Hargon, you get all that those cult people
I don't
helping
want
you
the
out
cult
too.
people. I want boy Malroth.
You're talking
boy,
that Malroth. Oh, you're talking.
I was like, wow, were we talking about somebody else being handsy earlier? Like that would have been a lot of
That's
handsy.
what I was gonna say. Like, okay, she's talking about that one. All right.
Dragon Quest Builders 2.
I'm really
he would have been a good BFF choice.
I'm impressed with everyone's restraint. No one picked Sorrow for anything.
It's true.
I mean, you still have the chance to. You can get the
Oh, no way. Not those spikes. No way.
So that leads us to our last pick. You took the Tom Brady pick and used it to thwack Maribel. Who is the puffiest puff left in all of DQ land?
Well, I ran out of all of my kickers. Liam took my last puff. So I'm going to go with someone I'm surprised no one said. I'm going to choose Nera as my puff.
Ooh.
Nera?
Nera Briscoletti.
Oh, Nera. I heard Mara. And I'm like,
yeah, I heard Mara too. I'm like, wait a minute, Yangus gets the Mara joke.
Like, wait a minute.
That's Mara. I say it as Nera, okay?
No, yeah, you're good.
All right.
I've still got Yangus in my ear from the past week. A big dick's on my brain. I can't help it.
She's the last bride that no one picked her. I feel kind of bad for her. I think if you don't pick her, she ends up with the worst ending in the game, right?
It's okay. She's used to it.
No, she gets married to that one Crispin guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's got
She's
Friend,
okay.
and it is a cute little story between them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now she's gonna give me a puff puff.
All right.
She can still get married.
You know what?
I make him
honestly,
watch.
You don't have to. You don't. He doesn't have to know.
You know, she might actually really be into puff puffs because I remember when I played the game and picked her as a bride. She has a lot of very what's the word I want to use? Very
Suggestive.
yes, thank you. Suggestive. That's what I was looking for. Very suggestive dialogue where she's like, "Ooh, that might be interesting to try that," and other things like that. It's like, "Oh shit." I'm like, "Ooh."
She's kawaii in the streets, senpai in the sheets.
Yep.
It's always the quiet ones.
Yep. It was super funny though when I found that. I'm like, "Oh my god."
All right, so everybody else check your bingo board. Who had Evan down for doing the puff puffs in the last 2 rounds and not before?
So funny.
Yeah. He started off as expected, but the puff puffs waiting to the end. I did not expect.
Wait, we were supposed to figure out what order other people were doing things into? Man, I missed all of these prompts that we were supposed to prepare for.
I didn't do that either.
And yet you paid attention to the only one that I had actually said and then completely forgot about myself. All right, so I'm going to go real quick through here. Any honorable mentions that we didn't get to? Although Evan, looks like your list was dry by the time we got to the end.
Well, you know what? Since we've been killing off the rest of the cast of 7, let's go ahead and thwack Ruff. That name's terrible. His name is Gabo. Bad dog, bad boy.
Yeah, his name is Gabo.
Yes, it is Gabo.
Yes, his name is Gabo. Let's kill off his alternate version.
Yeah,
Agreed.
it's fine if we call him Gabo, but if we call him Ruff, then that's just bad time, man. Can't have that. That's just rough.
I always called him Gabo because it reminded me of
like the
Simpsons.
Look, Smithers.
Is it Gabo, or Gabo? I called him Gabo.
Yeah, that's
Gabo.
That's me, and don't call him that. Don't call him that. That's me.
I called him Gazebo.
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 My favorite character in Dragon Quest, Gazebo.
I had,
always there when you need him.
I did have Sorrow on my BFF list and Ragnar. I didn't use either of those.
I had Doric under my BFFs.
Oh, that's a good choice.
Oh, that's
too.
a good choice. There you go.
Yeah, I had.
You wouldn't want to go drinking with him.
Yeah, I'm so disappointed. No one else I think figured out my plan except for Platty.
Also,
so
married.
I had yours, Yangus, by round 3. I was like, wait a minute. Yangus, Charmels, Taloon. These are the big boys.
Dang it.
Once you hit Rab, I was like, oh yeah, I got it.
But then you had to say it. You did to say it.
I did have to say it. I had to put it in the chat. I was like, Rapthorn's on there somewhere. I know it. Because he's the biggest big boy of all.
I should have changed it the last second and made it Fat Nimzo when he transforms. But then I already used all my puff puffs, so it's like, dang it, I can't pick him.
Did you have any honorable mention puff puffs?
Honestly, I just picked 8 characters, and I was like, okay, who are some of the least likely people to be picked? So
yeah, I
don't think we stole any of yours, did we?
For some of them.
No, but nobody did.
I had a hard time with the puff puff category because I knew all the obvious ones. So I was just like scrolling down a list of like Dragon Quest women and whatever. And I think the other one on my list was Pavo from Dragon Quest 9.
Oh yeah, that's a good choice.
That was literally it.
I'll be honest, I didn't really assign anybody any particular spots. I was just making it up as I was going along tonight. So
well, I had the Dragon Quest 3 warrior, the warrior woman from Dragon Quest 3.
Yep.
And then I had Arya, Aish, whatever from 7.
Ira. Yeah.
Yep.
I had.
We all pronounce all of those differently. So.
Yeah.
Mara.
If it's Mom or Marm from Die.
Yeah.
And then
seen her topless. It's right there in the manga.
And then for Thwack, I knew this wasn't gonna fly, but I had all the monsters in Roan from Dragon Warrior 2 that hit you with unblockable death spells as you approach the final battle.
Whack them before they can
Because
whack
that's just obnoxious. The heroes
Yeah.
are going about to fight the final battle, and then some white baboon monkey, flying monkey thing comes in and just whacks the entire party.
He whacks you off, man.
The end.
Yeah, no, that definitely was a real bastard move on their part back in the day.
Oh man. Lou, did you have anybody else that we didn't get to?
Like I said, I did like zero prep for this, but Boy Malroth, Sorrow were also on my list. There's just so many good ones, you know.
Oh yeah, I mean, and we had the whole series to go to, so.
Yeah, going for multiple monsters, I was gonna be BFFs with a Draki. Draylin is a good choice for that. I'm excited about that. Like one of my new favorite emotes on the Den Discord.
Which one, the Draki?
The Draki with the sunglasses.
Champions.
Oh yeah. Draylin, right?
Yeah, I need to get a plushie of him if there one ever exists.
You can set him next to Cyril.
It'll probably be in a gacha machine.
That's true. It'll be like a 1 week only Lawson gacha.
Yep. You'll be dropping a lot of money on that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that brings us to the end here.
Yeah, that's it for this episode of Slime Time.
Thank you, everybody, for being here. All our former hosts, I think everybody here has been a host or co-host at one point. Thank you so much for coming on for the draft.
Coming on for the draft, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Now, Platty, leave those dick jokes for Mara, please. It's gonna get real hard and difficult here if you don't.
Oh,
Oh boy. Okay. Well, just to remind you all, we're a non-profit podcast that obviously says whatever comes into our mind. But we will crowdfund or half
keep
inch.
it up at this point, I guess I understand.
Oh man. Oh man. So if you don't want to blow your load on all of our Patreon stuff, don't worry, you don't have to. It's all free. You know, it's if you got money burning a hole in your wallet, pouch, bottomless bag, or treasure chest, and you want to donate anything, you want to blow any load if you want here, you got a wad that you want to take it over to the Dragon's Den at www.woodus.com/den. I'm sure Woodus's wife would love your load. Just click on support this site. Woodus has owned and maintained the site for decades. He personally edits every YouTuber podcast and shares all my rude jokes with his wife, and they laugh at it, so he would fully appreciate any donations to help keep the servers running.
Don't leave too big of a mess, though.
Platty, you are a master at baiting the audience.
Square Enix is never coming back onto this podcast.
Okay, so the Dragon's Den website also features an Amazon affiliate link. If you click the link and then make a purchase, a small fraction of the sale will go to support the Den, and it doesn't cost you anything.
Oh, if you want to advertise with the show, you can reach out to us at slimetimepodcast@gmail.com. But I think we've pretty much shot any chance of that.
We shot that in a long time ago.
Unless you're Kleenex. Kleenex, give us a ring.
Yes, Kleenex and our other sponsor, who we can't name.
Yes.
But let's just say they help out with any performance issues you might have. You know what I mean? It's saying, all right.
If you have any questions or comments for the Dragon Quest Slime Time podcast, you can find us on Twitter and Instagram at DQ Slime Time.
Consider joining in tons of DQ discussions, more PG usually, at the Dragon's Den forums, one of the few remaining forums still around. You can find it right where I told you to go to the Den earlier, just www.woodus.com/forums. You can also find me and other Dragon Quest fans there, and on the Dragon Questers, Infinity Strash, Dragon Quest Tact Global Facebook groups, and where else, Liam?
Or come hang out with us and tons of other hardcore Dragon Quest fans on the officially unofficial Dragon's Den Discord server.
We would like to thank everyone that made this possible, like Woodus for his support of this series and this podcast, and for keeping the Dragon's Den lights on for decades.
Thanks to Amanda Lepre and the Descendants of Erdrick for allowing us to use their music for our podcast. Descendants of Erdrick is a video game tribute band from Austin, Texas. Check them out and their album Advent at www.descendantsoferdrick.com or on Twitter at @DofErdrick. And check out Amanda Lepre streaming on Twitch.
As always, thank you to Dwayne Bullock, our wonderful graphic artist and Dragon Quest fan, for making the awesome artwork cover for this podcast. Dwayne's one of the hosts of the original iteration of the Slime Time podcast. You can check out more of his work at Dwayne Art on Instagram and his website, DwayneBullockArt.bigcartel.com. We've even got a Slime Time t-shirt that you can buy with his artwork on it, and you can look at a link in the show notes for that.
Please like, subscribe, and write a review for the podcast. It really does help out with all the algorithms or something. And if you're looking for more Dragon Quest Slime Time, check out our earlier episodes on Dragon's Den, Anchor FM, Apple Podcasts, Audible, YouTube, and more. And check out our brothers and sisters in arms over at the Slime Time Side Quest podcast, as well as Tactfully Die. Latest episodes are available now.
Bye, everybody.
Dragon Quest Slime Time, sliming off.